Up, 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 up. So I added the new captions box. Mm. So hello and welcome to another day in. I am the creator of Common Sense. I made Common Sense. Yes, it is true, my dudes. I created Common Sense. And are you gonna load? Oh, I'm creator scratching. It's scratching. Whoops. So here we are. And I know. You guys are wondering what the fuck is all this? Well, let me put it to you like this. It started as an idea. Basically was how would chainmail be crafted? And how would it make sense? Well, it started with a single item in this entire mod, and it was the chain ring. So basically, what it is that with vanilla changes and vanilla items. Oh wait, no, I moved it to a new place. That's right. I added it to its own thing, which is oh god, there's so much stuff in here. Chain blocks. It started with this. The first thing that was ever created in this mod, the chain ring, which was the texture was a little bit different back then. It was just a single circle. It was just a single little circle. And then I was like, this looks pretty lazy. Then I was like, upscale it and make it look better. And then chain ring became the chain style. I was gonna think about adding vertical chain, but maybe. But then I created the chain fence, which that took a minute because we're doing block states, and it helps so much better than what it was before. Oh god, it was horrible. But this way, it's actually a lot better. So, with that being said, it just grew and grew and grew and grew and grew until eventually we're here today. Like gilded Blackstone. You know, Takage literally thought the gilded Blackstone was craftable. In his head, he was like, "Isn't the gilded Blackstone craftable?" It's like, no, not in vanilla Minecraft. It isn't. So now it's craftable. So they're adding the name tag recipe to vanilla Minecraft, and it's a paper and a nugget, an iron nugget, which in my recipe it kind of makes sense, which is 2-string. The oak sign isn't even not even my suggestion. It was my brother's. But here soon, the name tag's gonna be craftable by Mojang standards. So maybe I'll change it. Maybe I'll just change the oak sign to paper. Maybe. I made it to where crying obsidian was craftable. Reinforced deep slate, blackstone, you fucking name it. Craft dirt. Craft an echo shard. The echo shard actually makes a lot of fucking sense. It's a fucking amethyst shard surrounded by 4 shulk veins. That makes sense. Crafting another star shouldn't be a possible thing, but people love it apparently. Clean rotten potato. That's when you take Common Sense Foods knives and you put it onto potato and you make a clean potato. Blaze rods. So the developer of MCreator made it specifically clear that you should not be able to craft the debug stick, which is bullshit. Actually, I think I have the recipe here. Nope. I removed it. That's because the developer of MCreator was like, no! You shouldn't be allowed to craft this shit. It's like you getting creative by using commands, which is... Bro, come on. I think I even can't even create it. Hold on. Let me... Block states recipe. Oh, you can. Huh. Wonder why I deleted it. Well, I think now we can safely integrate it. Now that it's been some time and I added a bunch of items to my mod, I think now I can officially add it back. So we're gonna do recipe craft debug stick. It's a mod. Let's just see if this works. So I would say a prismarine stick. Then let's say blaze rod. It's a breeze rod. All the essentials, you know. I would say ender pearl, because you're bloop, 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 changing the state. And then if it would make sense, what would it be? Uh, maybe like an observer. And this is how you would craft the debug stick. I think I like it. I like it. Save and keep open. Craft debug stick. Yeah, see. I've only added the captions box to this scene. So we're gonna have to delete the other one. Wee, bye bye. Am I still here? Am I still alive? Sources. And there we go. Boom chakalaka. Okay. Let's test it. See what happens. Oh, you guys can't see it, but it's loading. Coffee. It's motherfucking coffee. Oop. Taking forever. Shit, bro. Look at this. Come on, load faster. Yeah, shut up, bitch. It's just taking its sweet time. Okay, so let me. I gotta tell you guys this, and I need this to be on record that this happened today, earlier today when I was sleeping. I was dreaming that I was utilizing a forge into Minecraft. And in my dream, it was kind of constructed different. And to me, when I woke up, it didn't make sense. So I had to literally, as I was in my half asleep mode, I had to write all this shit down because, like, holy fuck, I had to do this. Okay, there it goes. Let me grab my clipboard to show you all. Okay, so here it is. Let me go to webcam mode. That second. And it was, and it happened. It was great. It was like, I literally was like, okay, I think this would be feasible in common sense. Oh yeah, I was working with mine colonies, testing their systems, because I wanted to see if my utilities was craftable. See how like this is all craftable. We'll see. So say like this. So stone tools. I don't think these are. Yeah, no, he could use it. Especially this. See, saws. The carpenter. Yeah, the carpenter can do all of that. See. Steel. Okay, steel I have not implemented yet. I tried to. Apparently it just not works. I need to go in and add. See, he can craft the powder, but for to blast it, I need to add in not the blacksmithing crafting products, but the actual for the smelter guy, obsidian stuff, all that shit. All right, now let's see if we can actually craft this debug stick. Can we even see it? Nope, can't even fucking see it. Okay. Let's see. We need from my mod. We need the Prismarine stick, and then from Vanilla Minecraft we need. We need the breeze rod, the fire, ender pearl, and then the observer. See, all that. And this should be craftable. Oh yeah, hold on. So the crafting recipe was as followed. So this should be the recipe. There it is. And now you got the debug stick in survival. So if you sneak, isn't it snowy true? What is it? Isn't it shift right click in the air to change the, or is it? Oh, it's to hit it with the stick. Okay. Actually, I want to test this. I want to see if this is actually feasible with my mod. Block state stick. Yeah. Wonder what you could do with these. Reddit has no properties. Duh. Well, there you go. I made the debug stick craftable again. With a more realistic recipe. There you go. And I mean, it makes sense for these items to have to be achievable because you got to go to the trial chamber, you got to kill Breeze, you got to go to the ends, you got to find a ocean monument to. So it's basically you got to get wind, water, fire, end, which is an Enderman, and the observer, basically like a redstone system. This actually makes sense. This would actually make a lot of sense for this debug stick to be this powerful. Recipes to unlock that recipe, you need. Let's do Ender Pearl. And Observer. You would need the Ender Pearl and the Observer. And the Prismarine stick. Or would you just need all of them? You need all of them. Okay. Could I have the debug stick again, guys? There we go. I made it to where you can craft the Creaking Heart. I added the Reaping enchantment. So when you kill an entity with the Reaping, a living creature with a Reaping enchantment, you have a chance to get their soul. I do think that there should be more higher maxed enchantments. So it would be like Unbreaking 10. I think out of everything, 10 should be the max for all enchantments. I feel like that should be the actual final enchantment. Like, I wonder if, like, breaking 5, or would it be V? Enchantment cost. Max enchantment level 5. So like main hand. All of yeah, but then I would have to integrate a so it'd be like 5. Yeah, I would need to like integrate a whole like common sense enchantments list where it would just be fully common sense enchantments, where it would be all of it would just be like all enchantments only. And I would need to add in every single enchantment and their level. Like Unbreaking 5, Unbreaking 6, Unbreaking 7, 8, 9, 10. And it would be a long time before that would be implemented. So if I was going to add the Forge to my mod, it would be not how I envisioned it in my dream. It would actually be kind of like Tinker's Construct, but a little bit more realistic. More like vanilla Minecraft-ish. Where if you right-click it, it will pull up a UI. So let's say like overlay. No, not overlay. GUI. Let's just call it Forge for right now. So it would be like this, but it would have a it would first be implemented with a first an import slot like here and here, and then over here it would be a there would be like a tank fluid PNG. And then the whole block would just be I would need to add a procedure. So it like going up from the main mod, it would definitely have to be its own mod because like that would take oh so long to implement all that, because then you would have to factor in the procedures, all the textures, the oh man, so many things. Then you gotta add in all the crafting recipes, all the it would basically be Common Sense Forge. And it would just be like its own individual mod, because like I would not be able to implement that into my own mod. Like that would need to be its own separate thing as well too. Like the enchantments, like all those would not be able to fit in here. There would be too much. There's already too much. There's 1,300. Like enchantments and the forge would be its own mod. Like hands down. Guaranteed. Its own individual mod. But yeah. What did I what version did I already upload for? Hold on. Curse Forge. I already uploaded my hardcore realistic craft. Common Sense. I have. Oh, now Hightail is modding is here. Cool. I already uploaded January 8th for 1.21.1. What did I change? See, now this is why I have all the change logs just here. Oh, that's right. I did mine colonies. Fuck. I actually need to add in the steel. To the to here. See, I sorted through tag nameplates. See, mine colonies, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5, tier 6. So raw ore. Or not the blacksmith. Where is the Yeah, I think I need to add in here, let's add in steel powder. I need to add in steel powder to here. And let's see if that added it. I drank coffee and now I'm sweating. Bleh. Coffee makes you sweat. Bleh. But yeah, if I was gonna if I was gonna implement the forge block into Minecraft, it would need to be it would seriously have to be its own block. Alright, let's check to see if the steel powder is now an ingredient for the blast furnace person to smelt. If not, I could just see if it's the other one. Steel. Okay, so that's not it. Hmm. I know there's a tag. See, when I use iron dust, see, I don't get it. Like, I thought steel, since I added it um as a tag, forge ingot steel. Oh. Maybe that's no longer viable anymore. I might have to make common ingot steel. Ah, shit. Hmm. So if it's not this, blacksmith. Uh, is it stone smelter? What is his profession? Hold on. Mine colonies wiki. I know that there are supposed to be like under workers. Planter, the smelter, and then the stone smelter. Yeah, there's the smeltery and then the stone smelter. Let me see if I can add that. Hold on. It would be items, but it would be mine colonies tag smelter underscore product. Or would it be? Hold on. Would it be? We'll figure this out. Tags. Go to page. Yeah, ingredient. Items that can be used to craft by this worker unless the ingredient is there or the recipe output is in product Johnson. Oh, so if I add the steel ingot, so technically all of the ingots from my mod, so these two should be smeltable, right? Alright. Regenerate code and build. Trying to make this work. Okay, once it's done, we'll be able to see if it worked. I really wish this was gonna work. Because I want this to be usable. Because it should be, really. Well, if I added those 2 ingots as a product for the smelter, it should be it should be added. So this, oh, the blog is not even in here. Oh, wait, what? Yeah. Huh? Hold on, let me check something here. I know iron was integrated. Um, that made it to where the blacksmith can do that. How did I get the smelter? Is it the powder? Yeah, let's try this. I have an idea. This is my test. I'm going to... This is how I'm going to do this. So see how this is now indicated as raw ore? What if I remove this? We could just delete this tag. Go in here. Let's see if this is true. So we stick this here because it's got an output of an ingot. And then this one? Because it's telling them that, hey, this all has... This is all raw ore, raw material. Regenerating code. You know, it would be kind of cool. I want to make my own mine colonies pack. Call it the just basically mine colony. A common sense. Colony with common sense. And it's just it just utilizes I would utilize a bunch of building blocks for it. All right, let's test this. It would be kind of cool, you know. I don't know if I should downgrade to 1.20 1.20.1 because like I'm working on the latest version of Minecraft, which is 1.21.1, and if I downgrade to 1.20.1, I don't want a bunch of shit to just break. Although, Forge might no longer be getting updates, so that might be useful in terms of things. So, if I removed it, this will really test to see what needs to be added. So, this, okay. So now it is, so the raw ore is the tag to put in here. Mine colonies raw ore. So if I click this, wait, what? Even the still powder? Still? But I utilized it for this, right? How was it able to... What? I'm confused. Like, you can blast it... Oh, because it's for furnaces. So since I added it as a furnace ingredient as well, the smelter can smelt it. What other isn't there like someone who can like blast? Well, definitely not the bakery. Smeltery. Yeah. Wait, I'm so confused. Then if I'm so confused. If this is what? Why is it that this can't be smelted in a smeltery? Is it because this can be smelted in a furnace that it can be smelted? Yes. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. They don't have a blast furnace. Okay, now it all makes sense. They don't have a blast furnace. That's why it can't be crafted. So any entity corresponding to their block that has a blast furnace can smelt it. But do they not have a level higher? Hold on. Let me check something here. Give me the build tool out. So if I went to no, it would be craftsman, metal, smeltery. This is level 1. It's level 5. Do they not have a blast furnace at level 5? I like their blocks. Cute. Oh, that's the furnace? That looks sick. Oh, that looks so sick. What? Oh, that's so cool. What? Okay, so they do not have a blast furnace. Person. Huh. Well, that is, quite inconvenient. Huh. So the recipe is working, it's just because it's not using the furnace, it won't allow it to be cooked in the furnace. Well, shit. They need to add that. It would basically be an upgrade from the smeltery, or just make it to where at a certain level the smeltery gets a blast furnace. But then again, like, what they then should do is just make a whole new fucking system and make it to where they can I think maybe just add in a whole new person. If it was gonna go smeltery, it would probably be the forge, the forger. But isn't there already a forge guy in my colonies? Yeah, let's look up search forge. Curse forge, block UI, multi-post structurized. No. They don't. What? Forger. Smither? Wait, does the blacksmith have the blast furnace? Hold on. Builder. Maybe they could just add a new guy called the Blaster. Blast. Nope. Huh. They don't. Well, I'm gonna have to suggest that to them. Or just make it to where after a certain level, the smithery gets blast furnaces. I'm gonna go. I think I already done enough. This is all I can do for now. But wait. Wait. Oh, that's right, because the blast furnace. You need the blast furnace for the steel. No, that makes sense. Alright, I'm gonna go. I guess for now, peace and bacon grades. I'm now.